Hey everyone, and welcome to my B&B Glow channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm the baby's father. A mystery man comes to Bill's mansion and drops a bombshell on everyone. It was a rare, quiet evening at Bill Spencer's lavish Bel Air mansion. The fire crackled in the marble fireplace, glasses of expensive bourbon lined the table, and the man himself stood proudly in front of his sons, Liam and Wyatt, along with Luna, who sat nervously beside Will, Bill's youngest son. Will had just returned from college, and with him came shocking news: Luna was pregnant. Bill had insisted they gather as a family to handle it properly, which in Bill's world meant control, command, and confrontation. "All right," Bill began, his voice firm. "No more secrets. Luna, sweetheart, I know this is difficult, but we're family now. And we take care of our own." Luna nodded shyly, her hands trembling around a glass of water. "I just want to do what's best for the baby." Before anyone could respond, there was a knock at the door, sharp, deliberate, echoing through the mansion. Bill frowned. "I'm not expecting anyone." Wyatt got up. "I'll get it." When he opened the door, everyone's breath caught. A tall, dark-haired man stood there, his piercing green eyes locked on Luna. "Who the hell are you?" Bill demanded. The man's lips curved into a cold smile. "You don't know me, Spencer. But I know all of you." Luna turned ghost white. "No, it can't be you." The stranger's arrival. Bill's instincts kicked in instantly. "Luna, who is this?" The man stepped forward, uninvited. "My name's Evan Pierce. I'm here for Luna, and for my child." The room fell silent. Liam blinked. "You're what?" Evan looked directly at Luna. "You heard me. I'm the baby's father." The words hit like an explosion. Bill set down his glass with a thud. "That's impossible. Will's the father. We had the tests." Evan cut him off. "You mean the tests you paid for? The ones conveniently done through your private clinic?" Bill's jaw clenched. "Watch yourself, son." But Evan didn't flinch. He pulled a folded envelope from his coat and tossed it onto the table. "That's the real DNA report. From an independent lab. Luna's baby isn't a Spencer, it's mine." The bombshell hits. Luna's eyes filled with tears. "Evan, please, don't do this here." Bill snatched the papers and scanned them. His face went pale. "This can't be right." Liam took the report, reading it for himself. It's true. The father is listed as Evan Pierce." Wyatt groaned. "Oh my God. Another paternity scandal. I swear, this family has a curse." Bill turned on Luna, furious. "You let my son believe this baby was his? You let me believe we were about to have another Spencer grandchild?" Luna sobbed. "I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I thought Will was the father, I swear I did." Evan's voice was low but cold. "You knew there was a chance, Luna. You just didn't want to deal with me." Will, who had been silent until now, stood up, his face red. "You're lying. She doesn't even know you anymore." Evan turned to him. "Oh, she knows me. We met before she ever got close to you. And let's just say, our connection wasn't something she forgot." Luna covered her face. "Stop it, please." Bill loses control. Bill slammed his hand on the table, his voice thunderous. "Enough. You come into my house, accuse my family of lies, and think I'll just take your word for it?" Evan smirked. "You already saw the proof, Spencer." Bill stepped closer, eyes blazing. "You think you can waltz in here, claim a baby, and blackmail us for money?" Evan's smile vanished. "I don't want your money. I want my child." The words sent a chill through the room. Bill's tone dropped, dangerously calm. "You're making a mistake, son. No one threatens my family." Evan met his glare head-on. "Then maybe you should have thought about that before your son pretended to be the father of my kid." Bill lunged forward, but Liam and Wyatt stepped in, pulling him back. "Dad, don't," Liam warned. "You'll make it worse." Bill snarled. "He's lucky I don't throw him through that door." Luna's breakdown. Luna collapsed into the nearest chair, sobbing. "I never wanted this," she cried. "Evan and it was before Will. We broke up because he wanted nothing to do with a serious relationship. When I found out I was pregnant, I thought it had to be Will's. I swear I didn't lie on purpose." Evan's face softened slightly. "Luna, you should have told me." Luna looked up, heartbroken. "You didn't want me then. Why would I think you'd want us now?" He hesitated. "Because things change." "I changed." Bill shook his head. "You expect me to believe this sudden fatherly redemption act? You show up out of nowhere and want to play daddy?" Evan looked straight at him. "Believe what you want. But I'm not going anywhere." The tension explodes. Will finally snapped. "You ruined everything," he shouted, shoving Evan's chest. "You're lying." Evan steadied himself, glaring. "You're a kid, Will. Grow up. This is bigger than your ego." Bill stepped between them. "You stay the hell away from my son." Evan crossed his arms. "I'm not leaving without Luna, and that baby." Luna gasped. "You can't take my baby." Evan's voice hardened. "Our baby. And I'll fight for custody if I have to." Bill took a step forward, his voice deadly quiet. "You'll regret saying that under my roof." The room crackled with tension, three men locked in a silent standoff, the air thick with rage and betrayal. Finally, Evan turned toward the door. "You can try to stop me, but the truth's out. That baby is mine. And soon, the whole world will know it." He walked out, slamming the door behind him. The aftermath. Silence hung heavy. Bill turned to Luna, his voice trembling with anger. "Do you have any idea what you've done? You've humiliated this family." Luna sobbed. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen this way." Will stormed off, slamming his door upstairs. Liam sighed, rubbing his temples. "Dad, this is a disaster." Bill stared at the fire, his face hardening. "No, Liam. This is war." The mystery deepens. Later that night, Bill stood alone in his study, staring at the DNA report. He poured himself another drink, but something caught his eye, a signature at the bottom of the page. The lab technician's name, Dr. P. Carter. Bill froze. Carter. No. It can't be. He picked up his phone and made a call. "Vinny, it's Bill Spencer. I need everything you can dig up on a man named Evan Pierce, and fast. I want to know who sent him, what he wants, and why the hell his DNA test connects to Carter Walton's clinic." He hung up, his eyes narrowing. "This isn't over," he growled. "Not by a long shot." Bridget lied, she changed result. Luna begs Bill after Bridget said Will isn't the baby's father. The tension inside Bill Spencer's mansion could have shattered glass. The patriarch stood frozen, the crumpled DNA report shaking in his hand. Across from him, Dr. Bridget Forrester looked pale but firm. "I'm sorry, Bill. The test confirms it, Will isn't the baby's father." A sharp gasp came from Luna Nozawa, tears welling in her eyes. "No, that can't be true. Bridget, you're wrong." Will, barely holding himself together, stumbled back, his voice cracking. "You said you were sure, Luna. You said it was mine." Luna reached out. "I was sure. I swear I didn't lie." Bill's voice thundered through the room. "Enough. Someone here isn't telling the truth, and I'm going to find out who." A father's fury. Bridget tried to speak, but Bill cut her off, pacing like a storm contained in a suit. "You run a Forrester-connected lab," he said coldly. "You expect me to believe this isn't some trick to protect your precious family's interests?" Bridget's eyes widened. "Bill, that's unfair. The results were verified twice. Don't lecture me about fairness. Bill barked. My son's heart is breaking because of that paper in your hand. Luna cried harder, collapsing onto the couch. Bill, please, listen to me. Something's wrong. Bridget's lying, she has to be. Bridget drew a steady breath. Luna, I have no reason to lie. But Luna's voice rose in desperation. Yes, you do. Because you changed it. Everyone froze. Bill narrowed his eyes. What did you just say? Luna's desperation. Luna shot to her feet, trembling. Bridget lied. She changed the result. Bridget's composure cracked. That's outrageous. Luna pointed at her, voice shaking but fierce. You don't want your family's name tied to another Spencer scandal. You know what it would do to the Forresters if the truth came out, so you fixed it. Bill looked between them, jaw tight. Are you accusing Bridget Forrester of altering a medical report? Luna's tears spilled over. Yes. Because the first result said Will was the father. She called me later and said she found an error. That's when everything changed. Bridget flushed. That's not true. I found a contamination in the first sample, I redid the test. Bill's voice was a low growl. Or you redid history. The confrontation. Will slammed his hand on the table. Stop it. Both of you. I don't even know what to believe anymore. Bill turned to Bridget, his tone like ice. I've known you your entire life, Bridget. I respected you. But if Luna's right, if you tampered with my family's results, I'll make sure the world knows. Bridget's eyes flashed with hurt. You're threatening me over speculation? Luna stepped closer. Then let's prove it. Run another test, somewhere you can't control. Bill nodded slowly. She's right. We'll use an independent lab. No Forresters, no Spencers. Just the truth. Bridget hesitated, just long enough for suspicion to flicker across Bill's face. Why the pause, Bridget? He asked quietly. If you're innocent, why not agree right now? Bridget's voice faltered. Because, the samples were already destroyed after the retest. Luna gasped. Destroyed? Convenient. Bill's temper finally exploded. You expect me to believe that? You're lying to cover yourself. The breaking point. Bridget's own voice broke. I didn't lie. I was trying to protect someone. The words slipped out before she could stop them. Luna's head snapped up. Protect who? Bridget froze, realizing she'd said too much. It's complicated. Bill stepped closer, eyes burning. You tell me right now who you were protecting. Bridget's lips trembled. It wasn't Will, and it wasn't Luna. Someone came to me, someone who didn't want the truth to come out. Luna whispered, Oh my God. Bill roared, Who, Bridget? She looked away. Ridge. The room fell silent. The secret revealed. Bridget's confession hit like a thunderclap. Ridge? Bill repeated slowly. You're saying Ridge Forrester asked you to change the DNA report? Bridget swallowed hard. He found out about the test and said if it proved Will was the father, it would destroy the Forresters' reputation. He said there'd been enough scandals, that Luna's child couldn't be tied to the Spencer family. Bill's voice was pure venom. So he ordered you to lie. Bridget broke down. I didn't want to. He's my father. I thought I was protecting everyone, I never imagined it would go this far. Luna covered her face. You destroyed everything, Bridget. You made me look like a liar. Will turned to his father, his voice shaking. Dad, what do we do now? Bill's expression hardened into steel. We fight back. Bill's vow. Bill grabbed his phone. I'm calling my lawyers. We're reopening the case, demanding every record Bridget touched. Bridget stepped forward, tears streaming. Bill, please, if Rich finds out I told you. Bill spun on her. Oh, he'll find out. The whole world will. You and your father thought you could bury the truth? Not this time. Luna grabbed his arm, pleading. Bill, don't. Please. If this goes public, it'll destroy all of us. He looked at her, the desperation in her eyes, the pain on her face. Luna, he said softly, you're asking me to protect the people who just ruined my son's life. I'm asking you to protect your family, she whispered. Because once this explodes, there's no going back. Bill hesitated. For a rare moment, the ruthless mogul looked torn. Then his voice dropped low and final, if the Forresters want war, they'll get one. But first, I want the truth, all of it. The fallout begins. Later that night, Bridget sat alone in her car outside the mansion, shaking. Her phone buzzed, a text from Ridge. Ridge, did you fix it? Bridget, it's done. But Bill knows. Ridge, then make sure he can't prove it. She stared at the message, horrified at what she'd become. Inside the mansion, Luna sat beside Will's empty chair, whispering through tears. Bill, I didn't lie. You have to believe me. Bill looked down at her, his anger slowly replaced by grim determination. I believe you, Luna. And I'm going to prove Bridget's lying, even if I have to bring the Forresters to their knees.